Lopez, where we talk everything real estate. Today, my guest is Alyssa Frysinger from Remax Affiliates. Alyssa, welcome to the show.
Oh, Pat, thank you for having me.
Great. Okay, so I always start off the show by finding out how you started in real estate. Tell me your story.
So I started in real estate 10 years ago. Yes, it's been a decade. Wow. So my boyfriend at the time wanted a realtor to help him buy investment properties, and I really wasn't doing anything, and I kind of didn't have a plan. I thought I was going to be a nurse. I thought I was going to be a teacher. I went to real estate school, and I absolutely hated it.
Right.
Yeah. And then eventually I found friends who were really looking for rentals, and I helped them buy their rentals or, whatever, rent their rentals. Right. And then eventually they reached out to me and they said, "Hey, Alyssa, I need to buy a home. Can you help me buy a home?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can help you buy one." Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So did you start off, I know you said rentals, but did you also start off with investors? Because you said you were helping in the investment space, or?
Yeah. So I did help. I helped my boyfriend at the time buy rentals, but I also helped his cousin buy one.
Right.
And I also helped like people that were close to me, so family members and friends. I helped them buy houses.
Right.
So that was awesome.
Okay. And in the very beginning, when you were starting out, now you said it was about 10 years ago, did you have success right away, or was it a slow grind?
Yeah, it was a slow grind. I think the first year I had to be talked into staying into real estate at least 5 times.
Right.
Like I was definitely gonna peace out. But ultimately I did stay, and I'm happy that I did. I think it was really rewarding when the people who I did help get rentals, they would reach out to me and say, "Thank you so much for helping my family find this home." And it was really, by the end of it, is very rewarding, and I did like it.
Okay, great. Now, your book of business, you deal with buyers and sellers?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So I work with buyers and sellers. I work with a ton of people in both PA and New Jersey.
Okay.
It's crazy. It's almost 50-50 nowadays. Sometimes it depends on the year, but sometimes it's 60-40. It was 60-40 in New Jersey, PA.
Wow.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you break into the New Jersey market? You started in Philadelphia, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, I did. So I started in Philadelphia. I must have got my New Jersey license approximately 6 years ago, I want to say. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then how did Jersey happen? Is it just people in Philadelphia saying, "I'm tired of Philadelphia, I want to move out," or?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was basically just people saying, "Yo, I need to leave. What's up? I want to go to New Jersey. Are you licensed in New Jersey?" And at first I had to answer with a big fat no.
Right.
Because I wasn't.
Right.
But then I went to school for it, and I got licensed there, and I got to start running over the bridge every day, and really became accustomed to the neighborhoods in South Jersey, and I love it. I love the variety between Bucks County and Philadelphia County, Montgomery County, and then Jersey as well. It's a very fun career.
Right. Okay. So I see you on Facebook all the time. See you, at open houses and having a bunch of listings. So, how did you start getting your listings? Because when you first start out, I guess most of the time people start off with, buyers.
Yeah.
So, how did that transition look like?
The transition of becoming more of a seller's agent, not even more of a seller's agent, just getting more listings from running buyers all the time. It more or less happened when the buyers wanted to sell their home that I had sold to them. And it also happened through social media. So I would talk so much about real estate that eventually somebody would reach out to me and say, "Hey, I see you, you're helping people buy these homes. That's great. You got a big key, you got your name on it. That's really awesome. I like your photo shoot, but can you sell my house? Because I see you help people buy. Can you sell mine?" And there I was, and I was nervous as hell when I went to that first listing appointment, and you crush it. After a couple of times, you really get used to it. And a couple of times for me was 5 times. I was definitely there whoa, I hope they hire me. The whole time they're "Thanks for coming." My God, they're happy to have, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's totally you got to get out of your head. You got to go in. You got to have all your comps. You got to have all your paperwork. You got to have all your solid reasons why you think this is the price for their home.
Right.
If it looks like this when you walk in, or if it looks like that when you walk in, or if it looks in between. You need an in-between number. You need a high number. You need a low number. You pick the number. You propose it to them. And you make it work with the seller.
Okay. So you mentioned social media. You're big on social media.
I am, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did you develop, or how did you learn about social media?
So I taught myself, and I also learned from others. I definitely am a big watcher of what other people are doing and what seems to be working and what doesn't seem to be working. Not for nothing, I've also read a couple of books.
Right.
And I'm also looking at like the way that people do things via reels and like stories, and like every guru out there is talking about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So I listen.
Okay. Now, with that, are you using any tools like coffee to contract or contract to coffee, whatever the heck it is?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Well, no, there's sites for content.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Sites for content.
Correct.
Okay, so I use for content, I use Agent Crate. That's very new to me. I use I use a couple of different CRMs that will email every couple of weeks, and they do like a newsletter, but that's about it.
Okay. So a lot of it is just organic, just you doing it.
A lot of it is Alyssa scheduling posts.
Right.
And some of it's just like making sure that I don't get too boring with the real estate stuff.
Right.
And make sure you include some of your personal stuff too, because you'll lose your audience if you keep pitching them on buying or selling a home. You need to have some personal pictures of your dog and your workouts and your friends and your family and your babies and your family. And you need to have like things that people care about. Yes. Show that you're a real person. You like people. Yep.
Okay. Now, did you like think about branding? Do you have like color schemes or anything like that when it came to your social media?
So not so much in the past. More so nowadays, I do think about branding, and I have gotten involved in like ladies of real estate, and like I use their content sometimes and I'll share that. And like I said, Agent Crate, like I'll share that as well. I do have a specific taste of like what I like.
Like a certain look, a feel.
Exactly. And I tend to share the same thing that I like over and over again. Sometimes I'll share the whole Remax thing, the whole red, white, and blue.
Right.
Not a huge fan of the way that looks, but ultimately it is a nationwide company. It's well known, number one in the country.
Right.
So sometimes I'll share that as well.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's get back to the market itself.
Sure.
Now, you deal with buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
Now, as far as sellers, do you see any kind of theme? Like, why are sellers listing their homes? Is it all over the place, or is there some specific thing saying, hey, I'm getting older, I want to retire, I want to move to like North Carolina or something?
I'm looking at a lot of I have to type situations. Okay. I have estate sales, 2 of them that just came up. I also have some people who are just looking to be somewhere else. They moved where they, thought they wanted to be, and they don't want to be there anymore. A lot of I have to's, not a lot of I want to's, but there are some I want to's, but most of them are waiting for the right house to come onto the market in order to get pre-approved.
Right.
And in return, they miss out on the house that is on the market when it's on the market because they didn't list their house for sale, and they need to sell their home for the funds to buy the house that finally came on the market.
Right.
And they miss out on that house that finally came onto the market because they haven't listed their home for sale yet, and they're afraid to take the first step.
Right. Okay, so you're saying have to. That's really big, because before we even started this, we talked about the 5 Ds, diamonds, diapers, debt, divorce, and death.
Yeah.
And we hit the death. We had the probate twice. I heard that in there.
Yes.
So that's more, because if we look at historically, or not historically, if we go back to 2021, there was over 6 million, transactions with 2 sides. It'd be 12 million. Last year, we're around, somewhere in the vicinity of 4 million, which with both sides is 8 million. So there's just a lot less transactions. And it seems exactly what you said. It's more the I have to as opposed to I want to.
Yes. And I'm waiting until the perfect house comes onto the market for me to make the first step. And it's a shame because they miss out on that perfect home because they didn't take the first step of listing and selling and staying with a family member or renting an apartment.
Right.
They're afraid to make the move, I'm finding, in my sphere.
And as far as buyers are concerned, because you deal with a lot of buyers, what are they saying to you? Like, why, once again, is there a common theme? Why are they buying? Is it because diamonds, I'm getting married, diapers, I'm having kids, like,
You're
what are
funny.
they saying?
Oh my God. Okay. So a lot of people, they're upgrading homes. Like they have diapers, so they have another kid and they want another home. A lot of people like have already like been married. So like that wave kind of like went, it still comes, but ultimately a lot of my friends and, family members fear they've been married already. A lot of it is the second kid. A lot of it is we need another bathroom. A lot of it is we need another bedroom. And not for nothing, but the rates are, better than they were earlier in this year. I mean, a lot of people are just like hearing that and they're coming off the street and they're saying, you know what, like I do want to start looking. And, I also, am optimistic about the spring market. I think that the rates are going to go down a little bit and I think inventory will grow. I think people know that spring and summer are popping seasons for real estate. And I do see positive things coming.
Okay. So, I looked at your numbers.
Thanks.
And you do pretty good.
Thank you.
So, and what I mean by that is 2023 was a down market. We just mentioned, 4 million transactions or maybe a little less. And you're up there in the top, 1 or 2% because you did 30 plus, which is pretty strong. So my question to you is, what is your secret sauce? Why do you think you were successful when a lot of people are struggling? I mean, there's a statistic out there that 49% of realtors closed 0 or 1 deal last year.
And I believe that. It was a very tough year. Right. I made way less than I made the year prior. And I think everybody did. It was a crazy year. But anyway, 49% is a lot for somebody.
0 to 1 deal.
Oh my God.
So what is your secret?
My secret sauce?
Yes, what are your secret?
You're back to me, right?
I'm
okay, so you came so quick to me. So my secret sauce, I would say, is that I'm consistent. Okay. I follow up, and I'm also a real person. I like to reach out to my sphere, my family, my friends, and be in front of them at all times as much as I can. But also I ask people how they are. And I have a sincere, I want to know, how are you? What are you looking for in a home? Not so much I'm after the sale itself. I'm not pitching every home. I'm not shoving homes down people's throats. I'm not saying this is 1 of 3 in this area right now. This is the best deal you're going to get. There's no salesy tactics. It's very much so, hey, do you like this house? Do you want more information? If you don't, you won't. We'll move on. We'll find you a different house. We'll look at 30 houses until you find the right one.
Right. Yep. So relationship. So what I heard is, because I had somebody on the pod last year, and I did some takeaways, and one of the takeaways was that it's not always saying, "Hey, I'm a realtor. You want to buy? You want to buy." It's, "Hey, when little Johnny hit a home run,
good
comment or call and say, 'Oh my God, that's so great. You must be proud.'" That kind of it's being authentic and having a relationship, and still letting them know what you do, but relationship.
Be authentic. Right. Comment on their posts. Tell them how you're feeling. Oh my God, they got married. That's awesome. They're gonna have another kid. Oh my God, that's sick. Congratulations. Right. You know what I mean? Send them a gift, or just do something a little extra that separates you from the pack.
Perfect. Okay, so good. I wanted to end on that of saying, what was your secret sauce? Because you're crushing it. So if someone wanted to get a hold of you, how would they do that if they want to buy, sell?
Oh my God. Well, they would probably go to my Facebook, Alyssa Frysinger, or they could text me at 267-628-8687, or they could just look me up on Instagram. It's a buy_with_fry.
Okay, perfect. So be sure to reach out if you're looking to buy, sell, or I guess do an investment property. You can do that as well. Well, that's the Real Estate Show with Pat Lopez, where we talk everything real estate. Be sure to follow the show on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe below. I have great guests lined up. You don't want to miss the content. Also, leave a comment. Tell me some show topics you'd like me to cover in the future. Remember, this show is everything real estate, no limits. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you next week.